The Committee of Youth Mobilization and Sensitization (CYMS) has cautioned youth against vote buying, financial inducements, acrimonious campaigns, and attacks during the 2023 general elections. The Director General of CYMS made the call in Abuja during a stakeholders conference organized ahead of the 2023 general elections. The DJ said that the organization, among others, also seeks to address some national and international embarrassments that could occur during elections and campaigns.
We are all aware that the seasons of political coordinations, campaigns, and other activity will soon commence following the INEC guidelines. However, we want to utilize this wonderful medium to appeal to political parties, candidates, and its supporters not to violate the INEC guidelines as we enter into the main building of the election. As an organization deeply constituted with grassroots presence, impressive electionary track record of monitoring, mobilization, observation and awareness creation of voters' education, and continuous voter registration, we are indeed elated with the overall turnout of Nigerians, especially the youth, during the continuous voters' registration exercise. Going forward to why we are here at the stakeholders conference with the team Youth Participation ahead of 2023 general election. It is to share ideas on the organization's set objective and programs to strategically involve the youth meaningfully as a stakeholder as we approach towards the election, inject good governance responsibility in them, widen the scope of citizenship engagements and the efficacy of protecting others' civic responsibility. Use of unethical, undemocratic statements during election, non-protection of votes, and lack of support to election duty officers. It is worrisome that the youth are the victim of bad governance used for the above outlined activity and also secure votes for politicians during the election because of lack of principle and ideology, awareness, sense of responsibility as a patriotic citizen, and inability to utilize their potentials and strengths meaningfully. We are sure and aware that the fate of who leads us will not be determined by religion or ethnicity. Only the youth will determine who wins the 2023 general election, irrespective of political parties. So we need to be engaging ourselves. And it's high time that we realize that we are the major stakeholders, political godfathers of politicians, and the determinants of the fate of our great nation. Collectively, leaders and election stakeholders must also be engaging the youth in policy formulation, good governance, integration and dialogue to prepare them for leadership, sustainability of cultural heritage, social and economic values.
The representative from the presidency, Mr. Amodu Samson, urged youth to shun religious and ethnic sentiments.
Nobody wants to know the religion of a doctor when there's an emergency. Nobody wants to know who the pilot is or what religion the pilot is when you board a plane. So we must begin to understand the antics of these desperate politicians and then put them to shame. And how do we do that? In unison, begin to come together, understand. We are free to campaign for our candidates, but what do you look out for? Knock off religion, knock off ethnicity, and then begin to look at capacity. What has the man got to offer? So those are just the issues that I want to encourage us to now begin to look at. We know the Nigerian youth must not be cowed into accepting divisive antics of politicians, and we must say no to vote buying, and which is the major anchor of this organization.
In her remarks, the Director, Socials and Empowerment, CYMS, Ms. Tonto Dike, appreciated the dignitaries and urged the youth to do better in the forthcoming elections.
I'd like to thank everyone for being here. Thank you so much. Special appreciation goes to the NOA for coming. I'd like to appreciate the EFCC for their partnership with the Committee of Youth on Mobilization and Sensitization. I appreciate all the guests and leaders from different organizations for being here, and most especially for the members of the press. If there's one thing I always know, is that success, growth, and change comes from information, and that information will relate to your hands.